Hello, English Brazil. How are you today? My name is Uncle Bruce, and today I'm here with Renata. And Renata is on the platform helping us to have sessions to help you guys with your English. And she does the English basic program, but she is definitely fluent. She can help anything you need. But she's dedicating time to help you guys with the basic part of the language when you need it. So, Renata, how are you today?
I'm fine, Bruce. How are you?
I'm doing good,
I'm
thank you.
happy to be here.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We're going to record this program and to be available for you guys at a future time on the radio station and in the YouTube with our videos. So, I want to start off by saying that this is a great platform that we've created for you guys. Hinata is part of our group, and she's been helping a lot. So I just want to ask you some questions, kind of like a little interview, Hinata. I'd like to start with how long have you been an English teacher?
Um, I think I have been teaching about 5 or 6 years now.
Okay.
So I thought some most of them I'm teaching kids from 4 years old to 12.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been teaching some adults too. And I don't know if I want to say teaching, but I think when we teach, we learn. So I like to say that I'm sharing what I know in English with kids and adults for about 6 years.
Very nice. That's really nice. I appreciate you doing that. Um, what do you think about English Brazil's method of focusing on conversation?
Well, I think it's a very, very good platform and very good way to practice English. And since I'm here, I think I'm doing that for 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And people that are in my sessions, they are really enjoying that. They are really they say all the time that they are happy to have a place where they can speak and they can be free speaking English.
And make
Because I think,
mistakes sometimes, huh?
what do you say? What?
And make some mistakes sometimes.
Yeah, they do, and I do too. So
Nobody's perfect.
I,
Nobody's language is exact, you know?
yes, so I think to have a place where we can say and we can practice what we know, I think is a very good way to learn and I don't think we have this type of place where we can do that. So I think it's a very, very good platform and a very good way to learn English and to practice.
Very good. Well, the thing is, we've considered the fact that we cannot travel to another country right now to do intercambio, to do like immersion in another culture, another place. And it's very expensive. The real and the dollar exchange rate is terrible for Brazilians.
Yeah.
It's like almost 6 to 1. It's crazy. When it comes back, maybe 3 to 1, then it'll be okay. But anything's better than 6 to 1. That's terrible. So I just wondered, have you traveled to other countries before? Have you traveled
Before,
abroad?
yes, I did. Actually, my last traveling was in December 2019. So it was a very good good that I just traveled before the pandemic starts and everything was closed. And I went to Europe. I went to France,
Ooh,
Italy, and
chique.
Germany,
Ah,
and was very good because I don't speak Italian nor French nor Germany. So I just speak English and Portuguese. And
mm-hmm.
when I was there, it was really nice to speak English with another people
Mm-hmm.
that they don't speak English as a second language as me. So it was very good to be there and to speak English with different accents, different ways of doing that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really nice. Was nice.
Okay, very
And
good. So you went to Germany, France, and what other place?
Italy.
Italy. So to go between Italy and Germany, did you fly or drive?
We flew there. We flew
Mm,
between the countries, and we started on Germany, and then we flew to Italy, and then we flew to Paris,
that was a
and we
nice
finished
trip, huh?
our, yeah, it was very good, nice, very nice trip. My brother lives in Italy, so
Mm,
we went there to visit him and spend Christmas there in 2019. So it
mm-hmm.
was a very good trip. And I went to Venice. That was one of the places that I really want to know before I die. So
That was
I
on your
was really
bucket list, huh?
uh,
That was on your bucket list.
yes, yes, that's good. Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever traveled to other places besides Europe?
Yeah, I lived in the US
Mm,
for 2 times. So once I lived in Los Angeles
mm-hmm.
for 2 years, where I learned English. I study a lot to learn the English there, and I started the ESL program in English as a second language
Mm-hmm.
on level 1. I didn't speak anything, and after 1 year and a half, I
Mm-hmm.
finished on level 6, which was the last level on the program,
Mm-hmm.
and was really very good. It was really nice to live in California
I
and
like
to,
California.
yeah, and I could visit lots of places, Las Vegas, Grand Canyon.
Wow.
What is, yeah, it was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And the other time that I lived in the US was in Michigan. That I
Michigan,
think,
my state.
yeah,
Michigan.
we live in Ann Arbor, which is the city of the University of Michigan,
Yes.
and I think they are they have a very good medicine. Can you help me on this
Oh
to
yeah,
tell
they have a
something?
good medical school. They're in
Yes,
and dentist school. They have University of Michigan and many of the universities in the United States, for that matter. If they are very big, they have lots of good programs. But the medical program there is very good, and they have a we say a university hospital, so that people that
yes,
need care from the public can go there, but they are attended by doctors who are interns or they're in residency at the university. And of course, they have the regular doctors there too. But it's interesting because these schools are wonderful, and to be in that city is really nice. I've never lived there, but I've been there. That's near Detroit, pretty much near Detroit.
yes, yeah. So we live in Ann Arbor. The one thing that I really loved there was the libraries, the public libraries.
Ah.
I went to the library almost every day because, yeah, it's true. Because in Ann Arbor they had at the time they had
Hmm.
4 libraries, public libraries, and
Okay.
they have things you could use the computer, you could have programs, and I had a 2-year-old that time, so I went there for story time, storytelling, and sometimes, and it was really nice to experience this public library and public
Hmm.
service, and it was really really nice. I really enjoyed there
Yes,
when I lived
the university um, has an excellent library, but I don't think that it's open to the public. You might be able to get in there, but the public libraries in general are very good, very good. They have
Yes,
so many things.
and because Michigan is really cold in the winter,
It's not
and
cold there.
yeah, and I spent 2 winters there, and I think the
Wow,
winter was almost six months of the year.
wow, yeah. Well, it's possible
Library,
7 months a year you could have cold weather, snow. 7 months.
yes. So a library was a really good choice to go, and then we can have do something good and be there, and it was a really nice experience.
Okay, good. And then another question I have is, what do you think is the main cause of the like a block for Brazilians to learn to speak English? What's the main thing that causes them difficulty?
Well, I'm gonna speak for me. We, I think we Brazilians, we think we are the best people in the world. You know, I think we think we are more intelligent, and we have to do everything really right.
Mhm.
And I think this is the most reason for us to block, because we think if we don't speak perfect English like we speak Portuguese, we cannot speak at all.
Oh,
And
wow.
we are ashamed to do that.
Wow.
So I think this is one reason for us to block.
Interesting.
That's why I think the program is good. The English Brazil is a good platform, because we are there we don't judge people that are there with us. We
Mhm.
just make them free to speak.
Mhm.
And I think when you are free to speak, you can do that more fluent and more, even though if it's not really correct.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think this is one of the reasons that I
Okay.
see people doing. I don't know if you agree, but
Well, I
I
think
think
it's I'm not I didn't grow up in Brazil, so I don't have the same mindset that a Brazilian would have from day one. Growing up as a
uh-huh.
Brazilian, going through the experience of being in the schools and everything else. And it's interesting for you to say that it's because they want to be like perfectionists with the language. And I
Yes.
know I know one person that for sure it explains why he's not speaking English yet. He does, but it's like he goes kind of slow, okay? But he wants to
Yeah.
say it correct, okay?
Yeah.
So the
And the
problem,
other thing,
pardon?
is that sometimes we translate, and if we translate, we block sometimes because we don't have the fluence of doing that.
Mm,
So if we just say it, it's easier, I think.
mm-hmm,
And I don't know, I think like for me, when I was learning English in the US, and I was talking to some Brazilians, I was afraid to speak wrong, to speak something that was not right.
mm,
But when I talked with my American friends, was so much different, because they
okay.
are like you. They were generous with me, and they were saying slowly, and they were saying the correct way of speaking something, and was different. I think if Brazilians speak to Brazilians, usually they Brazilians judge the people that don't speak really well.
Wow.
So I don't know. It's
Okay.
my experience.
Well, interesting. So this is a big block. If you want to be a perfect speaker and you don't feel confident, you're never going to speak because you'll never be 100% fluent, and therefore you cannot speak. That's a big block, big block. So, what are a few tips that you might give to Brazilians in regards to speaking English?
Well, I think one thing that I do, I don't know if I can say that here, but I'm a Christian,
Hmm.
and I pray every day.
Okay.
And I pray in English, because when I
Mm.
pray, I speak. And I'm sure God is not going to judge me if I'm speaking wrong or
Probably
right.
not.
But why I do that? Why I do that? Because when we speak loud,
Hmm.
we have to make in our mind some sense. We have to make a structure. We have to think in a structure. And when you say that, it's different when you think, and it's different when you listen.
Hmm.
So my tip is, if you can, I think everybody can do that. You speak, even though if you are by yourself, or if you are speaking to God, or some spiritual way.
Hmm.
Because when you speak, you have you are practicing a structure in your mind. And if it's not wrong, if it's not right, you can say, no, it's not, this is not right. So you say again, and then again and again. If you can do that like 10 minutes a day, when you are by yourself, or when you are taking a shower or something,
Hmm.
I think it's a good thing to do it. And maybe sing, or maybe do some things, but I think if you do that, speak by yourself is a good way to do it.
Okay, that's a good suggestion. I appreciate that. Okay, well, listen, it was really nice to talk with you today, Renata, and I hope that the people in the audience will be able to participate in your group and have a good time and learn the English that they want to speak to be more fluent. So, Renata, I want to say thank you for coming.
Thank you, Bruce, for having me. And I think I can say that I'm having lots of fun doing the sessions, and I wait for people to come. Please come. You are going to be welcome in my session every time.
Yes, very good.
Thank you for having me, Bruce.
You're welcome, and thank you for being here. So this is Uncle Bruce saying goodbye for today, and we hope to see you guys soon, okay? Bye-bye. Okay.